We're back. So here, what we're gonna be doing now is I got the basic stuff out of the way. We have the Shopify trial, we have Auto DS, and just some basic stuff for the store. Now, I was thinking, what could I potentially do to really make this fully autonomous? So I'm thinking, okay, I think I'm gonna have to give this tool like web browser access. I'm probably gonna have to give it its own email account and things like that. So I created a quick burner email account and give it access to that. And I was trying to have some conversations with the bot in the meantime while I was trying to figure out, like, okay, if I'm going to go in and also just kind of share with you guys what I'm thinking and what I'm doing, how this shit's going to work. So, quite honestly, it is a bit overwhelming because there's many things we can do for this thing. You know what I mean? You can like set up the full thing from the beginning, be like, okay, give it its full email, automate all this shit. But you know what? I'm not trying to optimize for that right now. I think right now the hardest thing in the space is being able to have a successful, profitable store. So if simply I can add a brain layer on top, which is basically this AI, and it can basically start making money autonomously, do its own thing, whatever, I think that's going to be the biggest value add. And then what you can pretty much do is just build this thing on top of existing solutions. So it's pretty much like a human in the loop, but it manages everything, right? The subscriptions, the apps, things of that nature. Today, I think the big goal is going to be how can I come in here and pretty much work or just get some basic stuff up. You know what I mean? Let's do a bit creative stuff, things like the branding. Let's get the branding set up. Let's do a few other micro things, you know what I mean? Maybe with like the Instagram, TikToks, get those things set up out of the way. And then from there, what we can do is we can get it to help brand the store, maybe even create something or propose how do we go about, you know, um, getting the store ready, making it prepared, presentable. We'll have to modify the own Shopify template code. So we'll see. Now, I think what we're going to start with here is just some basic things. So, considering, like, okay, how do we brand this thing? You know what I mean? So, um, one thing I'm thinking of giving it access to, I'm going to give it access to the tunnel so it can access my browser. So, give me a moment. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to prompt this thing, be like, yo, I give you access. Let's see if it can access the browser. All right, so I got to catch up the bot with some of my thinking here and where I'm at with everything. So let's pull up Super Whisper, by the way. And by the way, if you guys don't know how I'm talking to this computer, it's with Super Whisper here. It's a great tool. I love it. All right, context is you have this email. That's probably going to be your temporary email for now. What I want to do is pretty much set up the main access so you can pretty much access the app. So before I create your own staff account on these different apps from AutoDS to Shopify and stuff, I give you access to my Chrome browser, already activated the tunnel, so you should be able to access my tabs, my Chrome, and kind of look around. So I think one of the very first things we can do is perhaps either go on these sites yourself, or I mean, we already had some conversations before where you can pretty much, or where you saw and you screenshotted what some of these competitors look like and their themes look like. And I kind of want to brand similarly to that one brand called Funny Wuzzy. Now, I'm just curious before you start doing anything, let's get some basic things out of the way, like the logo, getting things like that set up. So, what do you propose? And can you just confirm with me you have access to my tabs and my my Chrome? Let's see what it does. probably gonna try it now. Maybe I turned it off by mistake. Let's just see what the audit does. Let's just see what it does with the audit. I'm curious. Okay, I guess I didn't realize. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I see. I think that's what it was doing. See what it does. Like, didn't even browse through anything here. Like, what the hell is it talking about? This thing seems very one-sided. Like, it's not doing the whole entire, like, set of steps. The way you're engaging with me is very one-sided, and it's like I tell you something and then you just do one action and that's it. I need you to do a full action. I didn't see you go through other pages. I didn't see you go through the menus. I didn't see you go through whatever. So is this something internally you have to code yourself to be able to do? Or what's the issue here? Because I just see you just navigating to one page, that's it, and then you just send me a reply. I mean, these things can supposedly like self-modify themselves, you know what I mean? Okay, now it's doing some shit. Interesting. Okay, draft a shipping policy which basically follows something similar to what's typical in dropshipping. So it tends to be 1 to 5 days of processing and then 7 to 21 days of shipping. See what it does. created the shipping policy. Why don't you just, if you see the insert template, it's just easier to insert the template from Shopify and also add that to your system so you understand that, hey, we could just insert a template. See if it inserts a template. Interesting. Did that shit. See what it wrote? Modify the address so it's like we will email you an address for any returns. Also we do returns on sales, and that's fine. Just no gift cards. But otherwise, that was actually pretty good. That's pretty good, if you ask me. See what it does. I think it might hit a rate limit error. This is pretty cool, you know? It's pretty cool. I do definitely see the potential in this. Damn, nice. This shit's pretty fucking cool, you know what I mean? So, okay, now personally speaking, now based on some of the processes I just went with you, is there any internal system log you should have? I'm not talking about personal saved logs for like the business here, but let's say we're boot starting another business in the future so we can have this done better. What should we do? Okay. Also, is there any sub agent maybe we can spin up or say, like, if I run a certain system prompt or something like that with you, what you can do is you can analyze the most recent text we just had to then basically update hmm, any, say, system processes or things of that nature? Or what do you suggest? Let's see what it's gonna do, because I'm trying to do something where I can just run it and it just scans messages and just, it saves it, you know what I mean? Oh shit. Why does it do that? I'm gonna look at what this shit did. Alright, created a markdown file. This is what it is. I think I think when you did 20 to 50 messages, that's a bit too much. I'll say last 5 to 25 messages. And just also have a note there that some of this already may be in the code base or codified. So use some brains here and not be an idiot and do something that's already been done in the past, if that makes any sense. Also, update somewhere to your personal code base. I don't know if it or what folder makes the most sense, but I noticed that you've been creating skills as markdown files versus actual folders with the skill file inside of it as, say, the other skills. I noticed you did this with the refine markdown and also the gateway skill. So just a personal preference moving forward so you don't forget. The bots are going to be doing stupid shit sometimes, so gotta let them know. Yo, gotta fix it. Okay, so it created, just so you guys know what's going on here. Oh shit. I'm inside FileZilla, which basically shows me all the files inside of the virtual private server. Got here, and inside of them there's the markdown file, which kind of looks like this. Okay. You got something simple here. Set up auto DS. Okay, now I'm kind of curious because I can easily generate the logo and we could just move on from there. So I'm curious, does it just make sense for me to do all this stuff here up front so you can just get straight to making money? Or do you think you could take a shot here and somehow get the logo up? Or what do you suggest? I wonder what this thing's gonna say. Because like honestly I can just, piece up this stuff and we should be good. Should deliver assets into your Shopify and use my browse tool. Can you open another tab and go to Gemini and just start generating logos there with Nano Banana Pro and then just save it and then come back here? Or how would you actually save it? Would you save it to your virtual private server, to my computer? Or should I just give you an API access? What do you suggest here? Concisely. Don't do anything yet. I think I'm gonna have to give this thing a scale to generate images. What if I gave you access to replicate API and then you could send me the images perhaps here in the chat? Is that also doable, or what do you suggest? Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it access to replicate API, which basically on replicate, one second, on replicate you could pretty much hook up APIs to tools, whatever, and I'm thinking of probably using a cheap image model. And we'll see from there. All right, let me just hook this up. So I basically, in this document, I set up information about which models we're going to use. So we're going to use the Nano Pro, and we're also going to use this one Flux model, which is just super fast, super cheap. I believe it's this one right here, super fast, cheap, gets the job done. I basically, in this text document, gave it the API key, told it the instructions, gave it access to these links here, and now hopefully it's downloading and setting up the image. So for reference, my account has about $13 in credits, and it should be able to use the tokens here. Oh shit. To like generate an image. I think it messed up here. I think honestly I'm getting these rate limits because of the 3 flash. You know, I've heard different stories using other models. I mean, this one's just crashing. Considering Kimi. You know what? I wonder if Kimi would be a better model for this shit, to be honest. Yo, you see that shit? It fucking generated it. Which one did you use here to gen this? You know what? This is actually a not bad logo, but I'm not feeling it, honestly. Once again, guys, I know this shit is so manual and so slow, and I can just do this and get it, but I'm trying to train the AI and download it in my brains. So then at a future point, it can just be like, okay, these are all the things we did together. How can we automate this? How can I do something beyond than just like me and the bot walking through each other? So that's why we're working the logs. That's why we're having these conversations. And at some point, like, you know, these agents, they can pretty much change their own code. They can self-improve themselves. That's like the biggest thing here. And, you know, the tech is moving so fast. Pretty sure this year you'll be able, I mean, this year is going to be the year of the agents, you know what I mean? So I'm betting on this shit. This thing's like tweaking right now. It's not like tweaking. Seems like tweaking.
Come on out, you filthy bastards! I'm right here waiting for you. So if you want to fight, then come on out!
Yo, bust down iPhone, bling, bling, bling. Blow so wet, you ain't splash like me. Money kinda counted up to the shit beat. I'm a 5 model bitch, I'm Ross's deep. Jump out of jet, price shit more wet. Ride through the palm trees in the sunset. Midwest boys on the coast, Southwest. Probably roll some purple with a red Corvette. Burn out, wait till the day that I die. I just get dressed in the planets collide. Got lost in my closet, this big as a bitch. And I'm stuffing that pineapple cushion and split. Oh, you ain't got racks like this. You ain't never ever even seen a stat this big. I just put the whole gang on the plane.
This is actually pretty good.
Might take a vacay on the Spain right quick, little bitch. Big money on my mind. When I look around, all I see is dollar signs. Like, ooh, you ain't got a game like mine. Little something in this blunt like key lime pie. Oh no, shit feels something like the old days. With a quarter ounce of weed in my north face. Got a real big crib with some floor space. face. Hating on me, broke boy, got poor taste. I'm getting money, I know they can't stand it. Made my own luck, fuck the cars I was handed. Still in my closet, this shit is gigantic. Go get your hands up, this is the anthem. It's a Carhartt jeans, clean white forces, fresh white tee. You ain't get money, nah, not like me. Whole gang on vacay, ride jet ski. Jump out the jet with a bag with lit. You ain't get money, you ain't swag like this. Came out the dungeon, we came out the crib. Yeah, we straight at Omega, we came out the sticks. Champagne chain, boy, I put it on ice. Young hit so guy, I'm shining so bright. Hey, you want hit, your shit's alright, but you ain't really got a fan base like mine. Please blow boy, search up, hang 10. Put the whole squad in the G-Class Benz. Chromed out grill with the 40 out of rims. I'm about to hit the limit on the ATN. They been talking that shit, but it really don't bother me. But my squad is so proud of, they proud of me. I ain't wanna be the best, now bitch, I gotta be. Don't play it nice and I'm done with apologies. Hey, 5-5 boy, name Emily Young. Baddest little bitch, take her hands of the bomb. Polo on me, cause my money so long. Straight to the mirror, you Saint Laurent. Hey, say what you wanna say. In my living room, counting 100K. In them industry suits, try to front on me. Look at my mirror, I'm just who I wanna be. I ain't gonna lie, I would die for my clique. They all that I really need in the end. I'll catch you later, man, I'm about to dip. Lil' wavy boy serving up out of this bitch. I got my foot on their neck, boy, I ain't gonna never let up. I made the whip pirouette, go ahead, just rev that shit up, little bitch.
I think you should change the name from not replicate to generate images or something like that. Maybe you should do like call it generate images and then multiple skill files within it. So for logo generation, product image generation, etc. Does that make sense?
Na stale od ludzi. Nie lubię, kiedy do mnie tym językiem mówisz. Z kim wydałeś, co nagrałeś, kurwa to mnie nudzi. Nie czuję starych ziomów, nie czuję nowej grupy, ale nigdy nie będę żałował tej przebitej. Zero w kielni, zero w planach, kiedy staliśmy w ramach. Przeduszka do rana, mówiłem spoko mama i wyszło spoko mama. Śmieję się, aha, aha, ciekawe czy mnie powiesili na górskiego ścianach. Ciągle
So it created this sort of directory with these sorts of files.
Tak wiele osób patrzy na mnie i nas nienawidzi. Tak wiele osób chciało, żebym był jak kiedyś nikim. Mówi się trudno, u nich to samo gówno. Starego wciąż chcą, ale na to za późno. Odliczam do 3, jeden łańcuch O, drugi T, trzeci S, O, T, S. Nie szukam poklasków, czerwony świeci cena. Ja znowu cinam temat, żyjesz tym co lubią inni. Żyjesz kiedy gadać trzeba. Trzeci oczy, wiem, że to mini są. Ciągle wraca to samo, czego znów oni chcą. Czerwony świeci cena. Ja znowu cinam temat, żyjesz tym co lubią inni. Żyjesz kiedy gadać trzeba. Trzeci oczy, wiem, że to mini są. Ciągle wraca to samo, czego znów oni chcą. Cena. Ja znowu cinam temat, żyjesz tym co lubią inni. Żyjesz kiedy gadać trzeba. Patrzę ci w oczy, wiem, że to mini są. Ciągle wraca to samo, czego znów oni chcą. Czerwony świeci cena. Ja znowu cinam temat, żyjesz tym co lubią inni. Żyjesz kiedy gadać trzeba. Patrzę ci w oczy, wiem, że to mini są. Ciągle wraca to samo, czego znów oni chcą.
I gotta figure this shit out with the rate limits. Why the hell does it do this shit? Someone said there was a fix. So let me see if I can find a fix for this shit. Alright, so we're using Kimmy model now, so it's way smarter. Still trying to get the we're trying to get the bot now to use the images. I don't know what happened. I think maybe it failed. I wonder if it even updated the skill properly to use it. Okay. So I created the logo. I actually like this one. This one seems kind of fun. So I'm just gonna quickly edit it and then just add it to the store. Whoops. I'm just gonna see if I can like actually customize my store. I'm actually kind of curious. So actually, see what it does. Starts designing shit. What is it doing? Why is it going to products? Okay, that's weird. Why is it using Gemini and not Kimmy? Let's just see what this does. Keep forgetting the niche name. Shit's probably gonna fail. Why is this shit being so slow? So annoying. Okay, this shit's taking way too long. Just not working. I don't know what's going on with the browser. It's just not working. heck? Shit, just realized.
Stare obrazy pora pozostawić w ramach wiary. Tylko ona nic nie chciała w zamian. To nigdy nie było tylko Praga. Bliżej 3-0 niż 2-1, a dalej zaważ. Noszę skamieniałe serce, ten kamień to agat. Nie mam siły już upadać, mała podłoga to lawa. Zaciskam pięść, nie pozwolę sobie nic już
Did it even do anything?
zrozum źle. Wychowały nas te gorsze stada. To na uczuć, ale nie tylko sztuki gram. Parę osób, parę miejsc, parę dobrych zmian. Nie było światła, musiałem ufać w ciemno. Tyle, że wiem chociaż jedno. Ej. Żyję im blanko, widziałem bagno i zwiedziłem Bangkok. Pewnie minąłeś ze mną się, gdy się mijałem z prawdą. Wiem jak pachnie nienawiść i smakuje zazdrość. Jak pracować na 2 zmiany i się wyrwać stamtąd. To nawet nieistotne, zawsze to była miłość. I dopiero później zbiliśmy na tym interes. Dałem całego siebie i to bezpowrotnie. Nie masz prawa mówić mi czym hip-hop jest, a czym nie.
What the hell did it do here? Why did it just go?
Pamiątka, żeby do tego nie wracać, musiałem 2 razy oddać. Teraz się 2 razy zwraca, nowy charakter, nie postać. Wracam na chatę z Wiktorią, a moja nie jest
Okay, I think I actually edited the theme.
Nie pozwolę sobie nic już zabrać. Nie zrozum źle. Wychowały nas te gorsze stada. To nauczyć, ale nie tylko sztuki gram. Parę osób, parę miejsc, parę dobrych zmian. Nie było światła, musiałem ufać w ciemno. Tyle, że wiem chociaż jedno. Ej. Nie jesteśmy tym, co było dawno. Pora wybielić parę drzew.
So I guess you can basically use the bot here to chat with the sidekick to then change shit and see if that does anything. I actually like the theme here, it's not bad.
Zaciskam pięść, nie pozwolę sobie nic już zabrać. Nie zrozum źle, wychowały nas te gorsze stada. To
See if it does anything. Yo, this is the hack. It did it. Okay, but I feel as if the dynamic I'm having with you is very one way. I tell you to do something, the bot changes something and makes the update, and now it's like I have to come back and tell you something. What I want you to do is like, okay, the bot makes the change, review it. Does it look compatible? Does the colorway look nice? For instance, when I look at the hero section, it feels off. The yellow, I'm not really a fan of it. Look at the colorways with the images currently on the store. It just doesn't feel right. You see what I mean here? You have to come back to me and tell me, okay, hey, this is what's happening. I can maybe make these changes. What do you think? Feels very one-sided right now. I don't even think the Popstar logo is in. Let's add it to the files. It looks pretty solid. Okay, now we have to update some more internally into the store ops directory in terms of like how you can potentially edit and modify stores, and you can do that through this tactic we had here. If we're using some sort of Chrome browser, or if you have like, your own access to desktop, basically what you do is you go into the customize store option or edit theme option, and then you basically click on the sidekick icon where you can chat with the AI, and then you just start having conversations from there. If perhaps you restart and refresh the page, you have to press sidekick again, and then you have to toggle the current conversation drop down menu, and then click the recent conversation to resume. This should be a system prompt, so like say you just know what to do, you know what I mean? It's just like an instruction. Let's see what it does. Bro, why is it doing this dumb shit? Okay, so I edited it. Honestly, I think we should just. One second, let me check. Okay. The damn problem was I think the Kimi API key was not set up properly, so I think now we have a more intelligent model behind the store. So let's see. Oh, what the hell? This is not what I wanted to use. Okay. All right, you have access. Wait, let me see if the. Okay, I think it should be on now. You have access to the Chrome browser. Go to edit theme for Radiant and let me know when you're in. Let's see what it does. Let's see if Kimi is better at this and if hopefully there's no API failures. Some rate limit issues. Hopefully this thing's going to be better performing. Kind of annoying. What the hell? See what it does. Bro, what the frick? Bro, what are you doing? Why did you log me out, bro?
Hey, brother.
Yep.
Wanted to give you an update.
Okay. I guess I didn't clarify with the theme. There we go with another damn problem. Okay, something interesting here. So I was dealing with some Kimi issues. And I was like, I think Kimi's a bit smarter, you know what I mean? The Gemini 3 Flash also had to upgrade to tier 1 because there's unlimited tokens per day. And one thing it was figuring out to do is it's learning that you can use sidekicks to just like navigate through the store or go to places. I'm gonna see if I actually edited this damn file because sometimes this thing can be Kimi's a bit slower, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure why is that, but I'm gonna see if it added this skill. Let's look at the file. don't make me confirm with you. If you have to add something and I'm speaking with you, you should have somewhere internally in your memory or intelligence where you just do it. Because right now I'm noticing you're not doing it, and when I view the file, it's not edited. Okay, so now I added it. So this is the file I was just looking at. So it's got like this. Why did I call it skill theory? That's weird. Maybe it's because I have multiple of these open. I don't know. That's 2 strikes. Well, yeah, I'm giving you the feedback, but did you add it somewhere internally to your memory or to your, I don't know, to your system? I'm not sure where's the right place to add it for yourself. Okay, now 2 questions because I know we have logs and I know we have a memory file. By the way, guys, I'm just trying to optimize this bot here because I don't know what's going on. What is the difference between you creating new logs every day and then the memory? Is there a difference between the 2 files or are they essentially the same? What I want you to do is look up on the web using parallel AI and figure out what's the difference and use cases for both, and then what we can optimize. Don't create anything yet. I just want to confirm if we're even using this properly in the first place. This is like my own personal bot here. I just want to make sure it's properly being used. See what it says.
You were there, but miles away. Filling your glass while I'd watch and pray. You said it's fine, just a little escape. I learned too young what I couldn't reshape.
Okay, so correct the files, look through the files, properly sort them out to the logs, and then remove what's unnecessary from memory, and then update your own system prompt to understand that for the future. Just want to make sure. Don't be doing this BS in the future. I wonder what it's gonna do.
promised to change. I wanted to believe, but the truth was a wound I couldn't leave. And it hurts more than I say, watching you fade in the same old way. Yeah, it hurts more than I say. Love lost its light, turned to gray. Yeah, it hurts. Ooh, it hurts.
So does this mean you're still going to be creating daily markdown files in both memory and logs? Is that the correct way to use it? I don't know if this is the correct structure. That's why I told you to look up online. All right, we're just going to use Opus to fix this. And it should take in a minute. Okay, so I got the answer from Claude. Basically, I've been using memory incorrectly. You created a separate logs directory, which is not part of OpenClaw's intended structure. Okay, yeah, so I think I honestly got this from some YouTube video, which is probably why that shit was added there. We're missing the MD file also. There's a whole entire memory file missing. By the way, guys, if you're wondering, this is what it looks like. Shit. Wonder if this shit fixed it. Supposedly, I think it deleted it. Should it deleted the logs? Didn't do shit. Yo, why is it putting it in the wrong chat? I still see it in the Claude directory. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I guess I deleted it. Never mind. I guess I deleted it. Oh, okay. I found where it is. It was an actual individual file within this. Okay, there it is. I see what it is. It's just an MD file. Okay, it properly created the MD file. What the hell is this thing? Alright, so I figured out the issue. I had an incorrect memory file in here. So now the memory is going to be properly saved inside the bot. Okay, let's see if the bot actually uses the computer now. It's using the Kimi model now, so it's more intelligent. We'll see if the Kimi model actually is doing. Oh shit, used the wrong one. Used the wrong browser. Okay, I think it's doing something now. By the way, if you guys don't know what OpenClaw is, this is OpenClaw. OpenClaw is a pretty powerful model. Okay, now it's doing something. I think. This shit's being pretty stupid. Oh my god, finally. This thing just being stupid. Just like, fuck it. Honestly, fuck it. Ah, Kim, you're such a pain in the fucking ass. Oh, I think I know what the issue is. One second. Okay, I think I got it to work now. Had to restart everything pretty much. But I guess it's just having trouble like using the actual Shopify website. Alright, currently where I'm at is I just realized it's probably gonna be a bit out of the way to get this thing to fully create the store from scratch. What I wanted to do is to manage, so I'm just gonna start working on the store itself and basically from there try to get that bot to manage it. So let's just first set up the store, finish all this crap, and then worry about creating the bot. Alright guys, there's been a lot of stuff I did, and it's mostly just updating and building the store. I figure that's kind of boring, you know what I mean? So I didn't record most of it, but I'm probably just gonna still keep logging it just for the sake of it. You know, like why not? Some thoughts on this already. Yeah, just been it's kind of annoying. Wait, let's see. Okay. I'm kind of just like vibe prompting here some stuff on the store. What the hell just happened? Why does the description text for the heading turn peach when I hover over it? Don't make it change the color. I don't want this hover here. Okay, I think it... Wait, what? It's giving me this error. No idea what the heck it's doing. Why did... Why did it bold this? Can you add the product description to this info section and make the text slightly smaller? Specifically for the description one. Let's see if it's just better going off that. I think that's the move. Yeah, I was trying to do, I see like there's this trend here of how these stores are doing this, so I might as well just copy it. What the heck? Why did it add it to the top of that? No, sir. Can you add a description section to this? And what I'm thinking of doing is I'm gonna make product templates for every single product I add onto the store. I figured, like, I'm realizing it now. What the heck? Okay, this thing is tweaking. Don't mind the description here, guys. Just some filler text. I'm honestly just gonna keep it as this. It's just being a pain in the ass. Let me see something. By the way, if you're not like fucking around with Claude and you're like coding the theme, you guys are missing out because you can do so many things without needing any apps. Like this, typically you would have to get like an app for this, an app for this. I pretty much just, either prompted the bot to AI generate this block, or this specifically, I went into, I was trying to mess around with the theme, but I imported this custom liquid thing, got a quick code, pasted it right in, and then boom, you pretty much get the same thing for free. So if you guys are looking to be resourceful, that's one way how to do it. I mean, one instant thought that kind of comes to mind as I'm building this, just like personal stuff, it's like, why am I building a store? You know what I mean? I know there's all like these AI store builders and you can kind of do all that and it would just save me so much time. I'm starting to realize that the direction that where I was thinking of this bot going would be something that would pretty much manage the whole entire what's called operation when you actually already have a store. So I don't think it makes sense for it to like right off the rip focus on like building the store, because that's like a whole bunch of shit you have to worry about and get it working for yourself. I realized that's not the direction I want to focus on right now. So I figured, okay, like you need a store. You need a store, and right now I'm pretty much just modeling these guys. These guys get like 200 to 400,000 visits every single month. And you know what? These guys are probably making bread. Look at their prices. They are definitely pulling in some good cash. Some of these products are funny. Alright. So it's just kind of a pain in the ass. getting this stuff up. Now I think what makes the most sense. Okay, let's see. See if I can make this smaller. Small. Auto. It's way too small. I'm literally just gonna copy what these guys are doing. They're making bread, so it's like. Alright, we're just gonna continue here. Honestly, why don't I just generate this with Gemini? Just gonna get the bot. Boom. Can use 3 Pro. We're just gonna do something different. We're just gonna use pretty much the same thing, just a different. Pretty much just gonna copy this. Put it in a more green environment. I feel like this is way too bright for the colors we're trying to use. This looks pretty fun. We'll use this image. Just editing here in Photoshop. What the heck? See if it removes it. I'm gonna save the image. I don't know. Give me 1 second. Got a nice image here. Use code welcome15. Probably add a buy now button. Let's create another scheme. It's one of those setup things you have to do. Products. Every single product is going to go in there. And these product pages are ridiculously big. These images are just ridiculously big. Why is this image so big? Okay, I guess that's fine for now. Come on, bro. Thirty days money back guarantee. I want to make it a bit fun. Day money back guarantee. Days doesn't sound right. 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, this section is redundant. I know there's many ways we can optimize this here. Right now I'm not gonna focus on that. I just really want to get to shipping the product as fast as possible. So I'm gonna take a break here. Just some quick thoughts. First thing is just like we need this fucking store, you know what I mean? We need a store to even work with in the first place. So I'm just like, all right, let's just get this damn store up and then brand it. You know what? Like I really like these images and how we can like brand it around this. So this is gonna be quite fun. And I think it looks pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't even look like a freaking dropshipping store, to be honest, if you ask me. Honestly, I think we should add this somewhere near the top. Under the hero. I don't think you'll be able to see that, but I'm trying to give this store like a fun vibe. What are the odds this is going to be a hella successful store? We don't know yet, you know what I mean? We don't know. Well, the whole goal here is just to build the store to be, to work off the rip with the bot. Like that's the main reason why I'm building this, you know what I mean? And if I document the process of me building the store and then getting the shit to profitability with a bot, I mean, that's a pretty big win. Then you just pretty much have to just figure out how to automate bot, you know what I mean? You just have to figure out how to automate the bot, figure out how to make it do everything, how to make the agent do his thing. So, I mean, right now I don't have a store, which is kind of a pain in the ass, and like why I kind of have to do this myself. It's kind of annoying, you know what I mean? But I mean, what are you gonna do? Something about here, not really a fan. Menu. What does it look like that? Hey, come back. If I added menu here. I wonder what it does for mobile. Okay. This looks pretty solid, you know? Goodbye. Let's do it top rated. Top rated by dog lovers. We'll also duplicate this and be like bestsellers. Bestsellers. It's a good one to have. And we can add this on. I wonder the social media one. Blog post. Alright, guys. Let me just see one more thing. Should I put a FAQ? So you can see here their sales page is really like all this. Ortho guard dog cushion bed for your happier, healthier pup. Alright, we're gonna take a break. Alright, we're back to it. Just gonna continue resume where we left off. Really just designing the store right now. I was thinking during my dinner, you know, is this necessary? Is this something I have to do? And you know, it is, because I'm not starting with a store or anything like that, so it is a bit boring. I'm still gonna kind of document the process here. Maybe I'll do some pauses so we can skip all entirely the boring shit. But at the end of the day, I mean, you need a store to run this bot, you know what I mean? So I think what's really gonna matter is when the bot is actually capable of running and managing the store, where the real value is gonna come in. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna design it, you know, chill here, and feel free to watch. So let's just continue on with the designs and stuff, right? Gonna get the social accounts created. All right, so we created the TikTok account, Instagram, yeah, we got some of the accounts here created, so should be good now. Maybe we'll fill up with some posts, but that's what we got. I'm just gonna continue where we left off with the store modification. I was kind of chatting with the bot, doing some more modifications with some of the skill files, creating a read MD file properly in the skills for the store ops. If anyone has been following along here, so just gives them more clear structure. Got a bit more clear in terms of like what we're gonna be selling. So it's just really dog enrichment, things that like stimulate the dog, make them feel healthier. So I guess pet owners are becoming more health conscious. I honestly didn't know, but it's interesting because it's a growing niche, and that's exactly what you want. Like, and it's not just dog products, because pet niches, everyone is trying to do pet niches when it comes to selling like dog shit, selling dog stuff or cat stuff, whatever. So we're just gonna niche down a bit and see what happens here. You know what I mean? Let's just see. Oh shit, I hope I didn't save an old theme. Thank freaking God. Cause that shit hella outdated. Alright, we're just gonna get right back to it.
Midwest smoke kush from the West Coast. Probably getting deep, don't want me French toast. Ah yeah, slow the flow up. All I came through with some weed to roll up. A Lil Don P to pull up. 2023 whole team is going up. I put some plat on the rims. I turned the flow to an M. Now that's a brag. I turned the cut to a Benz. I turned your bitch to a friend. I'm had to pass. I give a fuck if she feeling me, man. I ain't had the time. I'm in love with the bands. Out on the beach with my feet in the sand. Homie, I'm worth a couple $100 grand. Yeah, I'm swagging, I'm serving, I'm gone on the goose. Count up 100 to 10 on the roof. Smoking up pineapple, feel like I'm Snoop. Got weed in the baggie, skirt off in the coupe. Boy, I've been rocking since grade 6. I knew I was destined for greatness. I put my whole gang on the plane shit. I started rapping and ain't been the same since 3 a.m. and I still can't sleep. 10 B sitting on 10 woods deep. Iced out chain and a clean white tee. Still rock cream on big high beats. 3 a.m. and I still can't sleep. 10 B sitting on 10 woods deep. Iced out chain and a clean white tee. Still rock cream on big high beats.
Why does it do that, bro?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go. Ballin' this shit like an athlete. She wanna burger, that bag ain't cheap. Her ass is fat, but her body petite. Anytime she can get cash from me, they tweaking, they think I tweet by the hoe. Like, please, I got 300 more. Bounce up and down like a 6-dollar hoe. Work it, I'm splurging, let's see how it go. Both take a net of her head to a toe. Fuck it off, I blow her back on the road. Duck dog, we go to Aspen the snow. Geeked up on ecstasy on the boat. Diamonds on face, diamonds on team. Got good taste, her man's fiend. Got a little waist, can't fit jeans. Shot it real safe, say nothing. Flesh in they face, make it a meme. Adderall, wake me up, coffee and cream. Shot a thick, caking up some in your dream. We never breaking up, we not a thing. Rich nigga waking up, millions on ring. Niggas be fake tough, nigga get a beam. Ballin' this shit like an athlete. She wanna burger, that bag ain't cheap. Her ass is fat, but her body petite. Anytime she can get cash from me, they tweaking, they think I tweet by the hoe. Like, please, I got 300 more. Bounce up and down like a 6-dollar hoe. Work it, I'm splurging, let's see how it goes. Both take a net of her head to a toe. Fuck it off, I blow her back on the road. Ducked off, we go to Aspen the snow. Geeked up on ecstasy on the boat. Let's do it. Two pretty bitches, they bad than me. Walking them home trying to tackle me. Rockstar hoes in the Maryland tee. Got it on nigga, I'm an arrogant piece. Wrist cost me a couple heroin keys. 4-5 nigga, I don't care if he deep. Cut him off, nigga, I was caring for me. Hate these niggas to caring to me. Ain't no way you comparing to me. Me and that smile, carrots and teeth. Knowing my style is rare and unique. Timberland, Louis, step on the feet. Low budget, you niggas too be in the street. Him, everybody knew it was me. Ballin' this shit like an athlete. She wanna burger, that bag ain't cheap. Her ass is fat, but her body petite. Anytime she can get cash from me, they tweaking, they think I tweet by the hoe. Like, please, I got 300 more. Bounce up and down like a 6-dollar hoe. Work it, I'm splurging, let's see how it goes. Both take a net of her head to a toe. Fuck it off, I blow her back on the road. Ducked off, we go to Aspen the snow. Geeked up on ecstasy on the boat.
Pro tip, if you're ever creating like a waitlist sign up, always give a strong reason why to sign up, whether like welcome discounts apply, first time customer shopping, perks, or something else. Give people a strong reason why to opt in and never just make it something boring. Normally I would probably add like a coupon and be like, yo, sign up, you'll get this discount, and then I'll have the automation send out to them. But right now I don't have any automations, so give people another strong reason. Honestly, the store is looking really solid, in my opinion. Shit looks really solid. Look at this shit. Looks pretty solid.
Racks on racks stuck together. Shit red top to the shelf. Rosetta Stone chocolate Cinderella. Trap off a trap trailer. Blue paper stuck together. Bad bitch can fuck my belly. Strapped up with heavy metal. Sip lean talk to the devil. High ticks stay confidential. AP or presidential. Never go against the ghetto. Stay true, got hoes in Belgium. New bitch, new car is level. I kiss codeine on piss. Revenge, you got to get it.
Everything Saint Laurent. I remember when they told me I wouldn't make it out. Put $1 million in the bank, nah nigga take it out. Told that bitch open her mouth. That girl got coke in her nostril. Boy she lying, I ain't eat her out. Everybody around you so fake now. Don't share my hand, boy, give me a pound. Crib so big, look like a wear crown. Bitch, I'm a dog, can't put me in a pound. I can't wait, I want it now. No, I do not live off no nouns. Live on the verb, swerving in the verb. Scratches on my rims, parked too close to the curb. I remember before I was on, I drank a lot of curd. Fuck an old bitch so long, she hit her life alert.
Whoa, that's your bitch, for your bitch. Woke up rich, that's your bitch, for your bitch. Woke up rich, diamond fist, diamond wrist, diamond neck, on my list. Yeah, who next? On my list, on my list, on my list, on my list, on my list. Woke up rich, 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 woke up rich. I got rap, I got rip, I got sweat, so you can't get.
Count on roll, then I post up. They switched up on me just like they post up. So paranoid, so I load up. Gave me the net, then add for the check to the hold up. Hold up. Yeah, hey, I told her hold up. I might pull up right up in a Rover. I don't need a chauffeur. Yeah, my diamonds brown, they look like cola, colder than a soda. No, I'm not talking Minnesota, boy, I'm talking Florida. Oh no, they say that when I come through, all of my shoes they be new. Oh no, I might pull out with your boo. That girl's so ocean I knew. Oh yeah, all of my money is blue. Heard if you sleep then you lose. Oh yeah, all of my diamond they blue, even though white like blue. Well, that's your bitch, fuck your bitch. Woke up rich, woke up rich, woke up rich, woke up rich, woke up rich. Fuck your bitch, woke up rich, woke up rich. Diamond neck, on my list. No next, on my list, on my list, on my list, on my list, on my list. Woke up rich, 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 woke up rich. I rap swag, you can't get swag. I got style and the swag now. That girl that you got, she is hands down. Oh, now it's going out on your back now. We'll be rockin' Prada cause you ran down. You nigga been way too long. Yeah. Too long. How about that? Yeah. Yeah, I'm with the AP for 200K. They told me the frost, rainbow face. They hope I fall off. Ain't no way. I might be alright, but it ain't okay. Niggas got left. Niggas went right, I went left and stay left. And ain't nothing the same. They run their lips. I put my purp in and step in my foot in the pedal of rain. Spinning shit like I'm ahead of the game. You say they gon' drop and it better be flame. Lil' mommy gon' top, she gon' suck till I'm drained. My top 5 topper in love with her brain. Her girls to see. Hatters and making those grits, man. Love me in Spain. I'm kicking P. Land on the jet with a bitch with a big body frame. Just like a biker, rocket black. Margiela Loaf was the one with it.
Alright, currently where I am is I've been messing around and trying to correct the whole bug here around using Playwright properly. And I keep this thing a burner account and now it has to like log in, so I'm trying to see if we can like access it, you know what I mean? So give an account to a burner email. Also, now I'm trying to get this thing to log into AutoDS as a user, so we'll see how that goes. All right, I'm gonna take you guys into some troubleshooting. So we got in, we're in the AutoDS through Playwright headless browser, and now I'm trying to fix and create perhaps a store memory where, you know, because I had this shit before, but honestly, I think the bot fucked up and overrode the file here with some bullshit because it was supposed to be like a system kind of prompt type thing, and it basically just put in whatever the fuck we were working on earlier today, and that was kind of bullshit. I'm a bit pissed. Maybe it has somewhere in its memory like what to do here. So let's see. The hell, where did I get that from? All right, I'm gonna just paste this to Claude. See what it says. So let's see how Opus handles this. I'm quite curious. I think Opus is gonna. So I'm curious, what we're doing here is like the owner file that will be for like any business owner who runs this agent with their e-commerce store. And basically my idea here, what I'm trying to do is like, it's two-sided. The one side is like the system side where we're logging things as we go. So there's like a sort of system instruction or key thing that I did when I'm working through the whole entire run with the bot. So we could be like, oh, hey, we logged this. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be read every single time. It's more so for my personal reference as the creator of this agent that I'm building, if that makes any sense. Whereas I'm thinking of like the owner thing to be like, okay, like who's the owner here? What are we building? What's this store about? The business owner kind of thing. That's what I was talking about. And the journal thing slash log thing that I was thinking of, where should we put that? Should we like prompt it into the agents.md file where it knows to add it there or what? Because the thing is, if it's not in the heartbeat.md file, it's not going to know how to do it. You know what I mean? Or something else. So I'm kind of curious. What's your take here, especially if you've looked up anything online about OpenClaw and how this all works? I don't know what it's gonna do. Ah, shit, I didn't even paste it. So we're almost there. We're basically getting this thing to create the journal in the files. I'll show you guys in just a second, but it's basically inside of the VPS. Okay, let's see if it's gonna do all this. Show you guys in just a second.
Slick on a bit like Rick Fox. Pull up one time, she gon' let me hit the verb out. I don't really care what you heard about. Real sound gang, hell yeah, put the word out. Whip no key, wipe me skirt out. Broke ass nigga talking shit, get blurred out. Yeah. Percocet got me slurred out. Just hit a lit, hell yeah, I might bird out. Gucci. Can't let a bit do me like tails. Bitch, know my name ring bells. Free my niggas locked in the cell. Bitch, I'm wiring like rails.
So how should like the R&D nodes actually look like? Because the bot basically pasted into it some bullshit. Basically it said something like this for reference. Look, you need to be a bit more strategic in terms of how you're updating the system MD file in the builder directory.
Feel like the new Mac fail. I done fell in love with myself. Everybody wanna get to heaven. Feel like I'm fighting through hell. Been calling out my
So the bot was being a dumbass also with how it was creating like these template files for the system, which is something like I'm trying to personally keep track of. And now the same thing again here happened for the memory, or I'm sorry. Fuck. Did I fucked up some shit? And then let's see the journal. All right. Ah, this was a pain in the freaking ass. Now, just one quick question. I forgot about the auto DS thing. Now, how would you be managing and dealing with that again? Like, say, a new session or whatever. Like, do you have to have that logged somewhere for yourself or what? Damn, what a difference it would make if I was using Opus for this thing, man. What a difference it would make. I was at an event the other day and someone said they were spending $6,000 a day on OpenClaw. I wonder what the bot would. I wonder what Opus would say here. Fuck. So many freaking files here open. Restrictions. Alright, we're getting close to wrapping it up for the day. So for your reference, we created this tooling inside of memory, inside store ops, and that's kind of what it does here. It just checks if the sessions are active. Otherwise, it's gonna have to reopen it. But here's the thing. But here's the thing. But here's the thing. Sometimes I may not be active or even using the AI. So is it worth it to have it open or no? So here's some nuance. Yeah, like why the hell would it be doing all this shit when I'm not even active? You know what I mean? It's like the other thing to consider. That in the future, if someone needs to beware of this, there's a note inside agents.md which refers to tooling. Does that make sense? All right, guys, calling it for the day. We'll resume.